Welcome back, everyone. So in today's video lesson, we are going to do some sample question answers. This is for two things. First, to test your knowledge, and second, I am going to tell you what are the techniques to answer the question in AWS certifications. Since we are preparing for AWS Cloud Practitioner and the batches which are coming up, they are mostly into cloud practitioner certification. So we will be taking questions on AWS cloud practitioner only. We are not going to take advanced questions. So let's begin. So first question, let's see what is it. First question is, according to AWS, what is the benefit of elasticity? So how do you answer this question is, you need to understand what is elasticity and what is the synonym of elasticity in AWS. Okay. Here, number A, elasticity is always with, you know, uh, on-demand thing. For example, if I want to um, do some increase in the number of instances or scale up or scale down, that is elasticity. So let's see. Answer A, minimize storage requirements by reducing logging and auditing activities. I don't think it is the correct answer, but let it keep it as uh, other side. Create systems that scale to the required capacity based on changes in demand. Yes, this could be one of the answers. Enable AWS to automatically select the most cost-effective services. This one cannot be the answer because we have to know like what are the services. So we tick it off. We don't want to consider C. Accelerate the design process because recovery from failure is automated, reducing the need for testing. So this is with reliability, not elasticity. So first thing is, as I mentioned, like if we know like what is the synonym, right? We don't have to like consider other answers, and quickly we can see like, okay, number A, because it is always or telling about storage. So elasticity cannot be the one by reducing logging and auditing activities. It has to be scaling up and scaling down, because if you reduce logging activities, how do you enable it again? Okay, so I think B is the answer, and we will verify that. Create systems that scale to the required capacity based on changes in demand, and therefore yes, B is the correct answer. So these are some samples which we are going to do in our live classes, and definitely there will be discussions on the same. Next, let's consider another question. So some of the things you cannot actually have synonyms, you have to actually understand, and this will be taught in the live classes. Which tool you can use to forecast your AWS spending. Organization is for, multiple departments and other things. Amazon DevPay, I haven't heard about it. Trusted advisor is to like give you like what are the resources you are using, what resource can be brought down and other things. And the correct answer is here, therefore AWS Cost Explorer, which we have seen in multiple videos in my video training. So D is the correct answer. So some of the things you have to remember, and when you are doing live classes, I will urge you to take notes so that you don't have to actually come back and spend more time for the certification. AWS Cloud Practitioner certification, I am giving a total of 30 hours of training, live training, and I want you to get certified on the 31st hour. Why? Because you cannot be like preparing for AWS base exam for more than 30 hours. Even if you are absolutely new, I will make sure that you pass it in the first instance, because we will prepare it as per the cloud practitioner exam pattern. Okay. Next is security. Okay. Which of the following is the responsibility of the customer to ensure the availability and the backup of the EBS volumes? First of all, you have to understand what is EBS volumes. And if you are not aware, please feel free to go through the video. Also, I have made one video on shared responsibility because here the keyword of responsibility is coming. You see, this is the keyword of the responsibility. So give me a second. Let me try to make some this thing. Yeah, this is the responsibility. Okay. So what is a synonym for responsibility in terms of AWS is shared responsibility or something around there. So what we can do is we have to check it one by one now. So what is it asking is that another point to note here is, the availability. That is your reliability thing. So first of all, we have to understand whose responsibility is the EBS volume availability. I mean, the content and other things, whatever is there, whose responsibility is this? Definitely, in terms of shared responsibility, it is our responsibility. So, what we have to do, we have to make a copy of our data and keep it in a safe place, let's say in another availability zone, or just make a copy of that because we have, high availability for each region and other things defined by AWS. So, what will be the answer? A cannot be the answer because what we are saying is we are not going to delete the things, right? We are not going to delete the things. So A cannot be the answer. And the other thing is that we have to check is we cannot do delete here. Yes, B can be the answer here as a snapshots, creating snapshots as we saw in EBS thing. Attach new volumes to EC2 instance. If you are attaching new volumes to EC2 instance, we are like giving more EBS space, right? EBS volume. We are increasing the size of the volume, but we are not, you know, uh, doing what? We are not backing up of our data or making it highly available, which is in the question here, right? Create copies of EBS volume. How do you create copies of EBS volume? So here, a very important point from my own experience, I'm telling you, AWS exams, you have to understand the English meaning also. Like create copies of EBS volume. It is also a correct answer, but which is more precise? Create EBS snapshots, which is one of the features in the EBS AWS. So here, B is the answer. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go for next one now. Then let's go for next one. Okay, this one is coming from security. Which of the following services can be used as an application firewall? This one you will know from our teaching and learning that Snowball is for your storage. WAF is web application firewall. AWS firewall is another thing which we have to study. AWS protection, create copies of EBS volume. So here the keyword is application. When the keyword application comes, it will be always web application firewall. Okay, so B will be the answer here. Next, let's go to the next question. Let me first delete this. Next, go to the next question is for, okay. A website for international sport governing body would like to serve its content to viewers from different parts of the world in their vernacular language. Which of the following service provides location-based personalization? Again, the way to answer this question is, you have to understand what is provide location-based service. Whenever we get this type of answer, it is always associated with CloudFront. And what is CloudFront? That we will study in our video lessons in live seminars, as well as I will create one video lesson soon. Okay. So this is the way we should answer, because Route 53 is your DNS, Lightsail is another services which we are going to study. EC2, we know what is it all about. EC2 is compute service and CloudFront is for location-based web services, because CloudFront is something like this. Like, for example, if I want to access a video, let's say from Singapore region, and the video is hosted on US servers, it will take so much of time to get download, right? So first time when we are actually accessing that video, we will have a lot of latency and other things. So CloudFront can be something like edge location, where we can host the video, and the copy of the video will be hosted so that we can download at a much faster speed, sorry. So yeah, so we will study about cloud front, so don't worry about that. So that is the way it has to be answered. Okay, next is we are done, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next chapter. And also in our live session, we will have this question answer sessions for each of the main topics, which are very important from exam perspective. And yes, let's meet up in the next session.